If you're someone who's looking to get into reading this summer, here are 3 authors who I feel like would be the perfect place to start because they genuinely just scream summer to me, but I would read their books at any time of the year. But summer especially, they just hit different. The first author we have is Abby Jimenez. I actually only started reading Abby Jimenez books last summer and it was the best decision I've ever made. In particular, Just for the Summer was the one I actually read on my summer holidays last year. I loved every second of it from start to finish. It made me cry, it made me laugh. It basically follows a girl and a guy who meet on Reddit. They're both on this thread about the fact that basically every person they date then goes on to find their soulmate like immediately after they date them. And they're like, what is this curse I have? Why am I not finding my soulmate? So they basically think maybe if we try and date, we'll find our soulmate after meeting each other. So that's kind of how their romance starts. The Happy Ever After playlist is also a fantastic place to start. I think this was the first Abby Jimenez book I read. Say You'll Remember Me is Abby's new book that just came out this summer, which I am so excited to read on holiday. I just feel like her romances, they always have the best like meet cutes. I always hear everyone say that and it's so true. They're always just something a wee bit different about them that I just think make them the most fun romances. Her writing is so beautiful. The way she like describes love and describes the people's relationships is just so lovely, and yeah, she's a great place to start. The next author we have is Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of my favourite authors of all time. I would read her books at any point in the year, but there's something about all of her books that have like a summery undertone to them. They usually take place in like California. I adore literally every book in this pile, but if I had to give some specific recommendations, Malibu Rising, I feel like that's kind of the most summery one in this pile. This basically follows a girl and her family. They're known for throwing these like crazy parties every year in their house in Malibu. It kind of follows this party where it gets completely out of control and there's a fire, but it's more kind of following the characters and what they're going through and kind of like how everything comes to a head this night. It's phenomenal and I absolutely loved this. Next one would be Carrie Soto Is Back. This is her most recent novel. It basically follows a world champion tennis player who comes out of retirement to defend her title when someone's going to take it. You'd think like, oh, if I don't like tennis I wouldn't really care about this. I promise you it's not too tennis heavy. It is like so unbelievably interesting, and then it's not the most summery book, but I literally couldn't not recommend this. My favourite book of Taylor Jenkins Reid, and maybe my favourite book of all time, is Daisy Jones and the Six. Daisy Jones and the Six follows a fictional band in the 70s who were like the biggest band in the world, and it basically follows their rise and fall from fame. This is genuinely one of my favourite books of all